You may hear him. Down goes Frazier. Down goes Frazier.
Guys, there's nothing like boxing, and there are no athletes like fighters.
Struggling to get to his feet. Incredible thing. It's unbelievable.
Takes another right. Burns in deep trouble again. Burns is down. Burns is down.
You know, you dream of fights, I guess, but the man said I didn't live up there.
What's up, fight fans? I'm J.Cotto.
Yo, let's get it. Yeah, I'm with it.
Welcome to Late Night Boxing Talk.
Quick like sugar ain't linen. One love. Any boy get served like tennis.
Let's get it.
You call a rap bulldog. Me and my pen form in the boat draw. Cold, my heart built with a snowball. And I fuck old women like Zohar.
Now, we're going to get into some serious topics today. And, of course, I've got something to say to a certain, how should I say, racist detractor out there. Got mad at me over some Terrence Crawford and Angel Garcia beef. But I'm going to air them out later. But, welcome to Late Night Boxing Talk. I'm J.Cotto, your host, of course. Hashtag come back to boxing. You know what I'm saying? Peace to every uploader that's out there. You know what I mean? And, just basically everybody who's with the unity within boxing. I done told you that boxing in 2017 was going to get hot. I told you this a while back. And just basically, you know, of course that's the detractor giving me a couple of, say-sos or whatever. But he's going to get aired out. He ain't shit. It's a casual. But, just basically, 2017, motherfuckers ain't having it. Excuse me, Lord, for cursing. And please, I'm going to curse this whole video. I'm going to bring me back. I mean, you know what I'm saying? It's just to the point that fighters aren't having it. They're not having it anymore. You know what I mean? Lomachenko. We've got Thurman Garcia coming up. Terrence Crawford's fighting in a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? And these fights mean something before the year end. Should I say with the Terrence Crawford fight. And I'm going to get into your late night boxing talk discussions. But first, let's get it.
Start pitching. I'm broke, my ATM ain't kicking. But when I drop, I feel expensive. Look at me, nigga, I got it in pocket. At Houston, high rocket.
Now, I just want to get on a subject that my man Tim Garland, hashtag come back to boxing, a good friend of mine overseas. You know what I mean? We usually kick it over the, social media platform, Facebook. Good friend of mine. And just basically, man, he brought this subject up, and I took it upon myself to just, be his voice, as well as the voice of everyone that's following hashtag come back to boxing, and everyone that's sick and tired of the fights being carried at a certain place because of the politics. So, without any further ado, here I go. Las Vegas, for some, it's the mecca of boxing, right? And for some, it's the money-making gala, right? But for boxing, it is the most corrupt, unless you're the favorite. And we all got to agree with that. If you're the favorite fighter, Vegas, you're going to get away with murder. Now, almost every super fight has been held there. And usually, robberies happen from judges, refs, and the most famous, VADA, testing agency, who has let dozens and dozens of fighters slip by their radar. They are located in Montreal and based in Las Vegas, along with a long number of fight fans. We want matches to be held in all parts of the world. Why are all fights held in Vegas? Ask yourself that question. Almost every important super fight has been held in Las Vegas. Why? Because of the money, but also because of corruption. Some fighters have been laid down due to researchers there, and some fighters just don't get paid right. At the same time, you got, all the corruption from every aspect of the sport. That's the hater. So it'd be different and much better for us if we had, different judges from different countries along with refs as well. This is no problem. This would be no problem for the sport to actually transition into taking the sport somewhere else. And it would actually fix the problem of boxing, the combat sport, from fading. Don't you agree? Boxing used to be held in most parts of the world. Top Rank has done matches in Macau, China, and the Philippines, and others have done in Russia as well. But why not India, Pakistan, Egypt? I mean, we already have London, England, right? Expansion in all departments is needed. That is without question. It is needed. We need this. Boxing needs to come out of Vegas. Okay? Because Las Vegas, like Atlantic City, is becoming a marquise of the past. Okay? It's becoming a marquise of the past. Fight fans have turned on each other over biased decisions or bought outcomes when it's obvious that the fight went the other way. Certain fighters, especially ones with big names, okay, should be held in different parts of the world. Feel free to comment if you agree with me or disagree with me. But don't you think boxing should transition into other countries and should be shown in other countries, right? It'll bring back the pay-per-view much stronger and the sport itself. And it would be fair because we would have judges from that country and different other countries. We're allowed three judges, so one would be from that country wherever the pay-per-view or the matches or the event is, right? And then we have two other judges from the opposite fighters country and the neutral, right? I mean, it's only right. It's only right. Let's get it.
If I go hungry, you getting robbed by me, Biggie Smalls, and the Delphonics.
Yo, man. Yeah, take it back the race straight off the motherfucking concrete, nigga. You know how I go, man. Word up, before all the cussing and the gunfights, throwing the rum nights. Yeah, scramble in the sunlight.
Now, let me air out this, and I'm gonna make you famous, boy. I'm gonna make you famous. Because I don't know who the fuck you think you're talking to. Bronx Rican the Dawn. I seen him get a little racist with Aztec 101, hashtag come back to boxing, brother, and one of his comments. And I basically had to air him out because he came at me. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Angel Garcia has said that Thurman was a made champion. I totally, and I know you guys who know boxing totally disagree with that statement. You know, and we all have to agree that it's the other way around. Because if you really look at it, Danny hasn't done shit at 147, but beat a gatekeeper in Robert the Ghost Guerrero, no disrespect, and he just finished beating a prospect who was beyond green. The motherfucker was beige, no color, right? So, what the fuck are you talking about, Bronx the Dawn? And I'm not even going to get into the other comments that you're saying because you think he's going to beat Thurman. And you must be out of your damn mind. At least whatever's left of it. Now, I know the Bronx. I have family in the Bronx. But you, my friend, are showing something that's opposite of the Bronx. Because Bronx motherfuckers have smarts. Obviously, you don't. You must be crazy to try to get at me over DSG. See, this is a pure model of a casual who's passionate about his fighter. This is what the Al Heyman product does. He is your paper champion, Bronx the Don. This is exactly what's going on with you casuals. And if you're not a casual, and you've been fighting, because you've been saying that Danny Garcia is going to beat up a lot of Mexicans at 147. It's utterly ridiculous on how these racist, not even subs, just these racist casuals just come out of nowhere and label these paper champions. You guys get excited when he knocks out a prospect. Now, I guarantee you that this is going to be the same dude that when Thurman, a legit 147, beats the shit out of Danny Garcia, he's going to say it was set up, or he laid down, or something as to that. Henceforth, the results of the Lomachenko-Walters match yesterday, where you had some detractors saying he sold out, and we're going to get into that too, because it just gets me on my fucking nerves. Fans like you, which I wouldn't even call fans, you guys are just bandwagon pushers and riders. You guys are not good for the sport, man, because you don't know what you're talking about. You're going along with a veil in front of your eyes. That's all you're going along with. These guys are doing nothing and have a strap that has been held by the most respectable fighters, and it's a damn shame that it's worn around the waist of a paper champion. Like Angel Garcia says, a made champion. Now, Keith Thurman is not a made champion. Keith Thurman has fought somebodies. And he's even taken a step up and fought Sean Porter, which is one of the pound-for-pound best right now in the welterweight division as a contender. So I don't know where you guys get these notions, man. Let's get it.
Get a juice, blue goose, I'm going under the moon, blow on the boosters, yeah, deadly, my sons regret me, went by writing the mic fight, respect me, I'm from where they get down, machete your mother, snatch your brother, strap you down, you know the deal when we do this, chill, catch me in Brazil, ratchet on little glasses to kill.
Now, Rachel Donaire rips Walters after his loss. Now, people have a right to rip Walters. I no doubt, because everybody expected a great, spectacular match. But of course, people who know their boxing would know that he just basically was outclassed, and especially having 11 months off, right? So she goes on and says that it was bullshit, and she blames the purse that he got, and also says that he laid down. Says that Walters, the Walters that beat Nonito wasn't there. Hashtag, somebody please shut her the fuck up. Please. First she rips Pacquiao for Pacquiao telling the truth about how sloppy Donaire looked against Magdaleno. And it was an honest, it was something coming from a champ, an elite champion. And he basically said he had to prepare a little bit much better in the gym, right? But here she comes. Oh, I hope it wasn't out of malice. I hope it wasn't out of... No, Pacquiao just told the truth. And you tried to rip him, right? And then you go and now you're trying to say that he laid down for Loma. And then she also said in the interview, ES News, that it was funny on how Loma could actually read all of his, you know, he like telegraphed all his punches and he moved out the way so much. Girl, Nonito, please, talk to her, man. Talk to her. All right? Talk to her. Tell her that whenever a mic is in her face, that she should not say anything. She should just pass it to you. Now, I'm not saying that a woman has no right to speak, but on the sport and the way she's trying to say that, like if they rehearsed this or something, does she not know that high tech has now graduated to the Matrix? That Lomachenko has been doing this to all of his opponents before Walters. Does she not know? Does she not know this? She doesn't know this, and she's gonna actually try to rip not one but two men. It is what it is. And she's mad because he got knocked the fuck out by Walters. And at the same time, she fails to realize that Walters at the time was active. And when you're active and your body's calloused and your skills are sharpened and you're going forward and you're doing what you have to do, of course you're going to be nice. Of course you're going to have a better performance. But 11 months off, especially against the Matrix, Lomachenko, come on now. Nonito, please, please, for your own sake, man. Because I'm not going to be the only one criticizing her over this. She does not know what she's talking about, man. Just because she's your wife and you had a career, she does not know what she's talking about. And for her to maliciously come out and say these things about two great fighters in Lomachenko and Walters, because I'm not taking nothing away from Walters. You feel what I'm saying? And then to try to rip an elite champion like Pacquiao over positive criticism, dude, this has to stop. Now, Nonito had something to say, and he says that it was shameful of Walters just giving up, and also said that Walters has put a daunting cloud over himself, and that Top Rank may release him. That's yet to be known. We just don't know. He could have a point there, but we just don't know. Let's get it.
Machete your mother, snatch your brother, slap you down. You know the jail when we do this chill. Catch me in Brazil, ration on little glasses to kill. I swear to the real, my real. If I don't win, then I won't spend. I'm grabbing bill. That's the hammer, I'ma do this, man. Niggas who hunt, snatch them up, bite the clip the banana.
Now, there's been talks now between Lomachenko, his next opponent. He says he wants Vargas. Okay, no doubt. He wants to unify. No doubt. I can respect that. This is a man who wants legacy. He wants to clean out his division. No doubt. But his talks is Pacquiao, right? But now, in social media forums and in other boxing forums that I take pride in being part of, mind you, everybody on Facebook, hashtag come back to boxing. I'm proud of Joker boxing, hardcore boxing. I mean, it goes on and on, man. You know what I mean? You know, I'm very proud of either being an admin or just being a member and allowing me to press my videos on there as well as kicking it with you guys, man. Each and every one of you from all different social media boxing groups and pages. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate you guys. But talks now of Loma and Rigondeaux. Okay, now here's the problem. A lot of people feel that that Rigondeaux would be too small for Loma. You know, and I have to see it like this. Rigondeaux campaigns at 122, right? That would be 8 pounds. Then if he gets into that divvy where Loma's at, it would take him 2 to 3 matches to actually be calloused and get warm and sharpen that skill, because he's a great defensive fighter. No matter how boring you find this man, right? Everybody says he's chinny. He hasn't been knocked out yet. He's been knocked down because of his own faults. I forgot who it was against. It was against an Asian fighter. Somebody refresh my memory in the comment section. But he let his guard down and was knocked down twice, of course, you know, whatever. But they took that as him being chinny. But he hasn't been knocked out yet. So he would have to put 8 pounds on him and at least warm up with 2 to 3 fights. And then it definitely could be made. It could be made. That would be awesome. That's like the sword against the shield, or battle axe against the sword. That would be great. And I feel that it would be great for the sport. It would be great for Lomachenko. It would be great, and it would actually push some recognition on Guillermo Rigondeaux, even though Rock Nation isn't doing anything with him. And this is why I get upset about Rock Nation, because now they're just going to push Ward, of course. That's the cash cow. Anybody else that's down with them, I haven't seen a push. Rigondeaux hasn't been pushed correctly. At least when he was with Top Rank, he had a fan base in Macau, China. You feel what I'm saying? So this is exactly why I'm just to the point where I'm just like, this match should be made. If this Pacquiao doesn't come through, that'll give Rigondeaux enough time. And I hope in 2017 we get to see Rigondeaux, because he's only getting older. He's not diminishing, but he can. And we don't want what happened to Walters to happen to Rigondeaux now, because I happen to like Rigondeaux's skill. He nice. Let's get it.
Know that well, I watch the book niggas. Yeah, watch them jokes niggas. I know what it be, man. Gotta kill it up, boy. Niggas stay alive. Bunch of fucking roaches, man. Married to the game without a prenup. She don't act up if I don't eat her. Damn, now that's what I call a diva. I'm sick, man. I'm what you call a fever. And now I'm putting snow in my Shiva.
And finally, for most of y'all that don't know, today happens to be Master Bruce Lee's birthday. And us at Hashtag Come Back to Boxing, we'd like to say happy birthday. Thank you for all the movies that you've left us with. Especially your son, Brandon Lee. May he rest. May both of you use rest. And you left us with a beautiful daughter, Shannon Lee, who happens to push your organization forward. And I advise those that if you ain't got nothing to do tonight, after you see this video, go throw on some Bruce Lee movies, man. You feel what I'm saying? Throw on some Bruce Lee movies, man. Otherwise than that, thank you for joining Late Night Boxing Talk. My name is J.Cotto. Hashtag Come Back to Boxing. God bless. Stay vigilant. Peace. And I also got that Brosco on his 45 for you guys tomorrow. Episode number 27.
Pack a little heater, gang get cola in the freezer. Hit your little corner with the sweeper, dance with the reaper. Chop it in the truck, plus I'm laying in the cut like a half moon Caesar.